Hey friends, welcome back to Christ-Centered Story Healing, where we use the power of Christ and the framework of stories to help you to draw closer to Christ. By focusing specifically on your identities in Christ, and we have over 100 identities in Christ, you're able to come closer to Christ through the power of Christ-Centered Story Healing, where we are able to connect you to a specific identity in Christ and write out your Christ-Centered Story Healing message, so you can feel the depth and breadth of the love that Christ has over you, the provision that He has made for you, and the blessings that He has proclaimed over you. Now, when we're not able to do that, we're trapped by guilt and shame and worry. Now, I struggle with this as well, where I'm worried about what I can do to provide for my family in terms of food, clothing, shelter, in terms of our various needs. And sometimes these worries take over and create a wrong sense of identity in me versus the identity that I am enough and that Christ will provide for all of my needs because He cares so much for me and loves me. So are you worried today about finances, about ensuring that you have everything to meet your needs? Or are you chasing after the things of the world? And I'd like to encourage you through the power of parables. At Christ-Centered Story Healing, we use stories to connect you back to Christ, because stories are 22 times more powerful than any other form of communication. Jesus Christ Himself, a master storyteller, used parables to illustrate kingdom truths. So I'd like to read a parable today and hopefully help you through the power of Christ to break free of the chain of worry, any sort of worry that you may have, as you submit it to Christ and His rulership over your life. So I'm going to read from Luke 12, verse 22. It is titled, "Do Not Worry." Then Jesus said to His disciples, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, about your body and what you will wear. For life is more than food, and the body more than clothes. Consider the ravens. They do not sow or reap, they have no storeroom or barn, yet God feeds them. And how much more valuable you are than birds. Who of you by worrying can add a single hour to your life? Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest? Consider how the wild flowers grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you, not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow is thrown into the fire, how much more will He clothe you, you of little faith? And do not set your heart on what you will eat or drink. Do not worry about it. For the pagan world runs after all such things, and your Father knows that you need them. But seek His kingdom, and these things will be given to you as well." Christ is encouraging us here to seek His kingdom first and foremost, and everything else will be added unto us. So I'd like to encourage you today, brothers and sisters in Christ, to seek God's kingdom intentionally. For He cares for you, He cares for your needs. And through God's provision, He will provide. Check out our link in the bio for Christ-Centered Story Healing seminars. We've got many seminars over the coming weeks, and it'll help you to draw closer and closer to Christ through the identities that Christ has proclaimed over you, and hopefully help you to break free of the chains of worry so you can fully submit your life for Christ and seek His kingdom above everything else. God bless you.